Guys, I am back with the history and civics, the same chapter, the second part. So in the previous class we have learned about the two stone ages. Now in this video we'll learn about next two ages. So now the third one is Neolithic age, which is known as New Stone Age. The Neolithic age lasted roughly from 8000 BCE till about 4000 BCE. जो Neolithic age था वो almost roughly 8000 से 4000 BC तक lasted हुआ था. During this period, man made considerable progress. Man gave up his nomadic lifestyle, took to cultivation, and began to live a settled life mostly near rivers. A family group would construct mud houses with thatched roofs close to each other, surrounded by a common fence. जो फैमिली ग्रुप था वो उन्होंने कंस्ट्रक्ट करा था अपने हाउसेस को मड हाउसेस, मतलब मिट्टी से, सीमेंट से हाउसेस बिल्ड करे थे, कंस्ट्रक्ट करे थे, और थैच्ड रूफ से क्लोज टू ईच अदर, सराउंडेड बाय अ कॉमन फेंस. इन ड्यू कोर्स these groups grew into tribes and villages. Man started growing wheat, barley, and rice. When man took to cultivation, he needed tools like axes to cut down trees and shrubs, sickles to harvest crops, and spades to dig the earth. मैंस ने wheat, barley, rice करना ग्रो कर दिया था. और when man took to cultivation, जब man ने cultivation चालू की, he needed his tools. उनको अपने tools की ज़रूरत थी, like axes to cut down trees या shrubs, sickles to harvest crops, and spades to dig the earth. Thus, new tools were made to grow crops. New tools जो थे उनको ग्रो करने, वो उन्होंने crops ग्रो करने में यूज किए थे. This was also the period when man began to domesticate animals like dogs and for hunting, goats for milk and meat, sheep for wool and meat. कुछ मैंस ने डोमेस्टिकेट एनिमल्स को पालना शुरू कर दिया था, जैसे कि डॉग्स को हंटिंग के लिए, गोट्स को मिल्क या मीट के लिए, शीप को वूल के लिए एंड मीट के लिए. Later, donkeys and oxen were used to draw carts and plug the fields. जो donkeys और oxen होते हैं वो ऑलमोस्ट कार्ट्स को ड्रॉ करने के लिए या खोदने के लिए, फील्ड्स को खोदने के लिए काम आते हैं. Now, refined tools. When man took to cultivation, now we learn about refined tools. When man took to cultivation, the exercises. First is fill in the blanks. Man used pebble tools in the dash age. Paleolithic age. Flake implements were used as copper and cleavers. Flake implements होते copper and cleavers की तरह use होते हैं. The core tools were pear shaped. Which tools were pear shaped? Core tools. Smaller refined tools were called microliths. Man used copper in the dash age. Copper किस सिस्टम में यूज होता है? Paleolithic age में. Matching. Paleolithic remains megalith. That's fact. Early cave drawings, Bhimbetka caves, Neolithic burial sites, Abelian Valley, microliths, arrowheads and spearheads. Chalcolithic age remains छोटा नागपुर plateau. Chalcolithic age हमेशा छोटा नागपुर plateau की तरह नाम से एक सेव किया गया है. So now in this we will the down and across. First is down. Small tools, microlith. Type of tool used in Paleolithic age, pebbles. Invention of the Neolithic age, wheel. Anthropologists study these to find our ancestors' bones. Another name for implements were tools. Now the across, it kept man warm. Metal used in the Paleolithic age, copper. Alloy of copper and tin bronze. कॉपर और टिन को मिक्स करके क्या बनता है? ब्रॉन्ज. Another name for the copper age, Chalcolithic. Meaning of lith means stones. Now correct the following statements. During the Stone Age, man used fine tools made of metal. No. Man used crude tools made of stones. Humans were food gatherers during Neolithic period. No. The humans were gathered in the Paleolithic period. Humans in the Paleolithic age, man began to live in the mud houses. No. In the Neolithic age, man began to live in mud houses. Early men used water to frighten of animals. No, fire is used for frightening of animals. The discovery of agriculture helped in the making of pottery. No, the discovery of wheel helped in the making of pottery. Now will in the proper sequence. Man took settled life. Number 2. Man was a hunter gatherer. Number 6. Man invents the wheel. Number 4. Man used microliths. Number 1. Man used copper to make tools and implements. Number 3. Man makes stone tools by chipping like the hand axe. Number 5. Means the number 1 was microlith. Number 2 settled life.